one, the one that you see here, he dropped a video and purposely made it irresistible to people that he knew were, how do you say, were antagonistic against him. So this guy pretty much set up a a, a bomb, a nuke, he called it, where he knew that his haters were gonna comment. I mean, we're gonna stream in order to take away at his views. So his video, his response video to that actually has 1 million views right now. And the only reason that I checked that I looked into this guy was because he was doing a stream called Frenemies with Tusha Pedas. So this is the content nuke. So this guy Hassan Piker, this is a political streamer, and he knew that the three other people that he's suing, which are
I invite you into my
Kaceytron,
home to share my favorite.
Kaceytron, Denims, and Frogan. Hang on. He knew that they would try to take away his views. So he released the video, the content nuke, the one that you see here on the screen, and he made it. He put it in the. He made it. He copyrighted it. So then, as soon as he released it, the three aforementioned streamers explicitly said to the viewers, "Hey, watch his content through us, so that way H3 doesn't get any views." That is a conspiracy. It's that simple. That's gang stalking, because three people ganged up to make sure that he got as less money as possible from his work. He's doing honest work. He's doing his job. He's doing his job. He's doing it really well. And all of a sudden, because someone doesn't agree with you, because someone just hates you for whatever reason, is conspiring to make sure that you don't make your money. That's gang stalking. That's exactly what gang stalking is. And typically, physical gang stalking is done in other ways. And this guy simply just knew that these people were gonna do that. That they probably have been trying to take his views away from him for a while. So he put his content into the copyright thingy. I don't know what that's called. And he was watchful for what these streamers were doing, and he was absolutely right. These streamers literally said right in front, while they were streaming his content,
What if your website's success was only limited by one single thing? Privacy regulations.
while they were streaming his content, to not look at his stuff, to look at theirs. That's another form of gang stalking, is sabotage. They were actually sabotaging his content. So here we go. We're gonna watch it, okay?
Invite you into my home to share my favorite pastime with you. Join me in creating generational wealth for my attorney.
That's funny.
Let me tell you guys a story. About a year and a half ago, it's a big conversation called ReactGate. ReactGate was a debate going on in the streaming community about what constituted fair use. People like Hassan, XQC, and many of the large Twitch streamers would watch other creators' entire video on their stream. They would rarely add sufficient commentary or even pause the video to speak.
So I'm literally just understanding this whole thing about reaction content. I never made reaction content before. So be patient with me, and apparently we do have to pause the video that we're watching to react to it properly. So, but listen.
Most egregiously, they would re-upload the entire VOD to YouTube with the same thumbnail, the same title, so that they could cannibalize traffic from the original video. Here's what Lamino had to say about this phenomenon.
I don't mind people reacting to my videos, but I do mind when they play the entirety of my video. A face cam in the corner or the occasional interruption does nothing to address that issue. My video is still being from beginning.
Oh, hello. That's so funny. It's like almost what I'm doing right now. So before anything, the reason
to end in someone else's stream or video. It's neither.
The reason that I'm following this guy is because he had a stream with Trisha Paytas, which was named Frenemies, and I love Trisha Paytas. You know, she's literally my age. I had no idea she was literally my age. And after watching a couple of those podcasts, this guy began growing on me. I had never heard of this guy before until this whole ordeal.
Ethical nor necessary to feature the entirety of someone else's work, or they could do the bare minimum and ask for permission, something that none of the major reaction channels have ever done when they've streamed or re-uploaded my videos. But to answer your question, no, I don't want people to stream or re-upload the entirety of my videos.
I wouldn't want that either.
Now, understandably, this made a lot of people angry, because why should these content thieves, essentially, get more views than the author of the video, which in a lot of cases was happening? I mean, people don't like injustice, and this just...
So Chap says, I experienced it. They have a fingerprint, a pattern when they start to attack. So even when they start anonymously with different usernames, so I experienced it. They have a fingerprint and pattern when they start to attack. So yeah. So are you talking to Chap? Have you seen the comments on all the gang stalking videos that everyone is saying, oh, directed energy weapons are real, directed energy weapons are real? It's so insane how this is happening. So if you just got here, so this guy is H3. He's literally, I don't know his name, but he's suing because he was getting gang stalked in another form. He was getting targeted by 3 other streamers. And what the other streamers did, they were pretty much posting his content with the intention of preventing H3 to get money from his own work. So that is indirect sabotage. They were actually trying to sabotage him by it's almost like if they were almost shizzle talking. FYI. So this is gang stalking, but between streamers.
We all see this, and no, it's not right. This debate culminated when XQC, one of the prime suspects, called into my show to debate me, in which case I'm...
Let me change the settings because I don't know why my output is actually lagging. Yeah, so this is gang stalking, but it's gang stalking in between streamers, which is insane. So, and this is a great illustration of gang stalking. It's an amazing illustration because it's literally gang stalking. It really is.
Sad to report that I was terribly owned. So in that regard, do you care at all about like IP or copyright? Or like the fact that it's illegal, does that matter? That it might be illegal, does that matter to you?
No.
It doesn't matter.
Well, if flat out doesn't, because
But that's fair.
That's crazy.
This is Wix Studio,
Oh.
built to meet any brief. When the brief calls for complex structure, let AI map your site architecture.
Because
But that's fair.
watch me full screen cam, do the fucking worm, then watch your
Do
prime,
that.
then watch
Bro,
your prime
do
content.
it for a week. Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get. Oh, okay, sure.
That's so funny.
I mean, that's content, man.
So there's actually a big debate amongst content creators, because a lot of people are simply just putting on the content and their faces on a corner, and they're playing the entire content, and they're not adding anything to it. They're just watching the content with a group of people, which is legal. So Chap is saying, I've seen the V2K live streams. I was this morning. More people are coming forward about experiences, voice they know isn't theirs, communicating to them. It's so weird. Hey Chap, so this has nothing to do with this right now, but yesterday I had a little episode where all of a sudden I began hearing V2K voices, which was insane. But they're not V2K. Like it went off. It came off right away. But that is just evidence that my mind is not right still after 7 years of gang stalking. However, it's going back to normality.
It's original content, at least. The ultimate debate, bro. He hit him with the worm. Oh, why didn't I think of that first? I kid XQC, but he is not the one I'm suing. Despite my criticism, he's not a malicious infringer. But the ones I am suing, you'll see, are much, much worse. Now, ironically,
You have to notice that the ones that he's going to is about that is on the screen, those are actually malicious. They are actually orbiting what he does. It's gang stalking. That's actually gang stalking. However, he got smart about it.
after this debate and in the wake of this large conversation, the problem seems to have only gotten worse. You have people like Hassan Piker paving the way of fair use with what's known as chair reacts, when Hassan gets up to go to the bathroom, or to eat, or to talk to his mom, or to do whatever, disappears for an extended period of time, and leaves the video playing for his chair. Mr. Chair, they call it.
IDF had warned people to...
I totally see that, leaving the video playing for the chair only. That is a form of disrespect, because you're not, if you are a reactor, you are not really giving respect. You're pretty much disrespecting the content and disrespecting your audience, because it's like if you give a kid an iPad. You know what I mean? Like, that's exactly what it would feel like if I'm somewhere watching a live stream where a content creator or a live streamer, is supposed to be watching stuff with me and giving his own commentary and opinion, and he just plays the video. It's the equivalent of an adult putting a movie for a kid to be entertained. It's a lame excuse to get people. So Chap is saying, this is gang stalking, amazing. He caught the perpetrator, so happy. And he's saying, yeah, exactly, yeah. So this is a clear intent, a clear malicious intent.
leave the area around the main airport in San
That's crazy.
Well, I've been seeing especially
For look at all the
And it was
time.
in this setting.
He was literally just leaving the chair. He was playing the video for the chair for an extended period of time.
That I formulated an idea. What if I could make a long-form, irresistible piece of content that I knew that these streamers couldn't resist, they couldn't avoid the temptation of watching it the second it was published.
I don't have an issue with them.
It's not that I wanted these people to steal my video, it's that I knew they would. I knew they would watch the entire video, add little to no commentary, react to it instantly, giving them no time to form an opinion. The trap was set, and it worked even better than I imagined it would. We captured pretty much every large streamer reacting to it in its entirety immediately after it was published. Now the thing is,
notice like that he explicitly says that they did it immediately. So when you put a video out, most of the money is made as soon as you publish it, or at least a lot of it when you're a really big streamer, because they get the notification. So as soon as he posts it, imagine that there's people orbiting your content, and as soon as you publish it, you see other people's streams before the original producer of the content. I didn't even know who he was. I actually got to know who he was via everyone else's streams. I had no idea who he was. Just today, I subscribed to him. Just today. But I heard about him through a bunch of other people. Almost like Amberlynn Reed. You know how Amberlynn Reed, like, everyone talks about her, but hardly anyone is subscribed to her actual content because it is reaction channels that are actually getting, making her popular. You know, but in this case, they're all cannibalizing his content. And I honestly had no idea who he was. I only knew who he was because of everyone else's, because of other reactors.
Were a few people that went above and beyond to commit copyright infringement. For example, Denims sits here silently with nearly 50,000 live viewers. That's 30 times her regular viewership. She's working directly with the Snark subreddit moderators to siphon views, and their intentions couldn't be clearer.
So Chap is saying they pirated his content for monetary gain, but they did, and they said it out loud. So I don't want to get sued, so I'm gonna tell you guys to subscribe. I don't think he's gonna sue me though because I'm a nobody. But his channel is H3 Productions. Don't sue me, okay?
Here's an excerpt from a stickied post from the Snark subreddit.
So check it out.
We've seen a lot of comments about wanting to watch the nuke without showing support for H3.
They even planned it out. This was premeditated. And look. So these are the other participants in his gang stalking.
Here's a list of creators who've supported our sub, either by engaging with us directly or citing our post in their critique of H3. Here they're offering these streamers as market substitutes for my work. This is the cardinal sin of copyright infringement. The Snark subreddit has been a frequent and persistent infringer. That's how I knew when this video came out, the Snark...
So what does it say? It says, let's read it.
Were going to encourage, promote, and push streamers to commit copyright infringement. I should thank the Snarkers, actually. Because of their predictability, they acted like...
Hang on. So let's read it real quick. It says the following. Yeah, it's a hate group. So it says, hey everyone, we have seen a lot of comments about wanting to watch the nuke without showing for H3. That's crazy. Several creators have mentioned they're planning to stream their reactions or post-reaction videos in the coming days. Here's a list of creators who've supported our sub, either by engaging with us directly or citing our posts on their own critiques of H3. So these people are actually pretty much our haters. They are orbiting this person. And it says, if you're planning to watch along with any of them, we ask to carry our subs rules into the space too. Please feel free to check out. So they are explicitly saying here, hey, watch our content instead of his content. So it's the same thing with gang stalking. It's like people are immediately just rallying up together, hating on a single individual. And here, how was the money, like, for me when I was targeted? The money that I was making was by showing personal training to people. And I literally, every single client that I was getting, I would have someone go and talk to them and trash talk me. And then the next day they would be like, I can't continue training. I'm sorry. That's exactly what would happen. It's insane. But another version that is happening here is with a stream, is that they are actually even, it's like almost like a poster that they're making on Reddit. And you know, Reddit is like one of the biggest websites of the world. And they are literally saying, hey, instead of watching his content, watch his content through us so that we make the money. And he doesn't get any views. That's exactly what's happening. And Chap is saying, low vibing hate group. Yeah, they're super low vibe. Oh, wait. So Chap is saying super low vibing hate group. Yes, jealousy and envy takes people places they should not go. Yeah. So it gets you in trouble. Walk in silence.
Double Asians for us, incriminating their favorite streamers and serving them up on a golden platter.
Yeah.
So thank you, Snark. It's one thing for a subreddit to admit it's engaging in copyright infringement.
Yeah.
But how do you get the streamers themselves
they're all gang
to
stalking
admit
him.
that they're stealing content?
That's gang stalking.
Hey, what's up, guys? I found this beer left over from some campers, and I'm totally wasted.
That's literally gang stalking. And it's
Have
like,
you guys seen this vlog
you cannot even
Yeti
make
online?
it clearer.
It's actually pretty funny, and I'm going to teach you how to do.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime. If you like the content, if you enjoyed your time here.
It turns out they just do it for you. You couldn't cook up a more incriminating statement if you try.
She's literally telling us that if don't give him any views, watch my content instead of his, even though it's his work and it's his video. She literally said it right there. Okay, chap. Have a good day, chap. Thank you for stopping by. Walk in silence saying, our soul connect to soul source, the clones of their head matrix. God needs power up to rejoin source of thought for us. They just don't know how to. They need your juice, your loosh. Yeah. It's, or what do they call it? They call it narcissistic supply.
Denims, the queen of self-owning, you prevail again. There's one thing about copyright you should know is that you got to register it before you publish to be eligible for statutory damage.
So he registered it before he published it. And which means that he knew they were going to do that because they had been doing this all along. They had been doing that to him for a really long time. So in order to, so with gang stalking, it's like you literally, it's the same thing. You have to keep expecting it because people are going to keep behaving the same way unless you do something about it.
Damages and attorney's fees, which is the main biting force of a copyright infringement lawsuit. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys now, I, Ethan Klein, have registered Hassan Piker Content Nuke with the United States Library of Congress. Some of you guys out there sweating? Even though theoretically I could sue.
That's crazy. So you have to register it. What do we say? What do we have here? So why they need? So you have an amazing channel. Just found you. So the Matrix needed us to connect. Keep shifting. Keep shining. Oh, thank you. So this is gang stalking actually happening in front of us in public. These people are actually gang stalking him, even though it's not like the hand gang stalking. It's not the gang stalking with like the gang stalking grid or the hand wave or any of the typical gang stalking. However, it is gang stalking nonetheless. They conspire to take money away from an individual. However, he turned the tables. He got smart.
A lot more creators and rake in millions of dollars. But the purpose of this is not financial gain. People like XQC and Asmongold.
Hang on, so I feel like I need to readjust my screens here. Sorry.
may have watched the entire thing, but
no. Hang on. Hang on 1 second. Add. Not media source. Scene. Browser. Create new. Paste. Use controls via OBS.
Welcome to Big Tobacco's Fantasyland, where they want you to believe vapes are calming and pretend nicotine won't lead to increased anxiety.
So hang on, I'm trying to figure this video capture device. No. Screen capture. Delete. Here we go. So here we go. We're continuing. Here we go. So we got here. He's saying, yes, the Jews were promised in the final harvest for money and loot in the complete takeover or his playnet. There's a plot twist through offer. Yeah. So let's go and let's keep watching the video.
Anxiety and depression. Big Tobacco's Fantasyland is a nightmare for us all.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, it's his job to keep the power on. That's why he chooses Grainger for professional-grade products and next-day delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call, click, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get...
Okay, this is not gonna work because the sound is not playing through. Why is the sound not playing through? I hate it when this happens. Oh. Sorry. I hate it when the sound doesn't freaking... I still need to understand how that freaking thing works, Michael. It's like screen capture. Here we go. Okay, so let's watch it through here. We're continuing.
never sue them just for doing that. I don't want to chill the reaction community into fear. Actually, the opposite. I hope that we can all unite against this type of egregious behavior that not only makes us all look bad, but could destroy the commentary community as we know it.
Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime.
The state of reaction content on Twitch is...
That's awful. It's like, why would you even say that? She's literally incriminating herself. Like right in the video.
So broken, these creators feel comfortable looking right into a camera and saying outright, hey, I'm stealing this guy's content. Pay me instead of him. This is not a healthy environment. And with people like Hassan reacting to entire TV shows on stream, my fear is that Sony or Disney comes along, sues everybody, and sets a devastating precedent that could endanger our entire field. Now, before I tell you who the 3 people I'm suing are, I just want to make it...
He's got a really, really good point, because it could literally change, it could literally cut all the content that is online on half, if anything like that would happen. So what actually he's doing, he's kind of showing everyone a lesson, which is, this guy is a legend.
Clear that they all met this very specific high bar of criteria that I set forth earlier. These people were not targeted based on their gender, their identity, their political beliefs, all three are on this list. In fact, they're the only three, as far as I could tell, that reacted to the full video.
Wow.
Drum roll, please. Who's sweating at home, guys? Kaceytron, the queen of ripping farts and bong loads.
Wow.
They do musicals. They're very musical people.
How embarrassing.
I know. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you... Look! You think I made this?
Frogan, who...
Dude, how humiliating. Imagine doing a bunch of... getting like stoned out of your mind on your streams. That's kind of sad. That's really embarrassing.
Who, bless her soul, she's still rising.
Can I walk away and use the bathroom? Do I have permission? Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
That's awful.
You worked hard to cross that finish line.
How can you leave what you're watching playing, like, for your audience? Like, again, it's like giving your babies an iPad so they could get entertained. Like, that's not cool. I really, really don't think that's cool. For the most part, I think that's actually really, it looks really bad on everyone.
Apparently thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What happened?
And Denims, the queen of self-owning. And my God, is she the queen?
You can feel the negativity
of him. It's very obvious from the way that guy's talking, he's a Sneeko fan.
Oh my God, bro, I love you. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
None of the hostages that have been released so far have said that they have been raped. The hostages have public statements. You can go look at them.
The sexual assault I experienced should never happen to any human being.
This Yemeni kid is just a Yemeni kid with a gun and is not a Houthi, and there is no proof of him being a Houthi.
Are you a soldier? Yes. That seems pretty definitive.
He never said Hassan Nasrallah was a good guy.
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen.
Now for the fun part. Let's take a look at the complaints, and let's start with my favorite of the three, the very own, the prestigious, the highly acclaimed, the highly analytical Kaceytron.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein.
Did you see? So that's no one would. So these people actually want to take all the support away from Ethan Klein. That is malicious intent. But notice that if Ethan would have not gotten smart, these people would have been stealing millions of views away from him. And he actually had to prepare, and he had to not say anything. He had to literally put his emotions aside instead of yelling it out loud. It's like, hey, they're stealing my views, because that's not how you deal with gang stalking. You prepare for what's gonna come, because people like this behave in the same manner over and over and over again until they're taught a lesson. When you are getting targeted, you have to get smart, and you cannot react. He could have really easily reacted to it, and he could have literally just said, "You guys are stealing my content," and they would have just laughed. So he actually had to go out and put his video in the copyright thingy, and then he had to gather evidence, and he had to hire a lawyer. Like, he had to move. Infested by invested. Yeah, this guy is an infestation of narcissists. Narcissists all hate together. There is one thing that I noticed is that there is nothing more that brings people together more than hate.
So we're gonna watch it.
Well, that's a really dumb thing to say, don't you think? Why are you so comfortable? We've given each complaint a clever little title, and here's Kaceytron's. She smoked more than she spoke. Kaceytron smoked 42 times during her reaction. And just as a silly thought experiment, we thought, wouldn't it be funny if she spent more time smoking than she did talking? And thinking there was no way that could be true. Well, we tallied them up, and lo and behold, there's 50.
That's really embarrassing, guys. Imagine. That's crazy.
18 minutes 40 seconds of commentary versus 18 minutes and 55 seconds of smoking. She spent 3 minutes and 50.
She was smoking what? Dude. Imagine spending more time smoking than actually speaking. That's insane.
15 seconds longer smoking than she did talking. And
that looks ghetto as hell, dude. Oh my god, that's like trashy, super trashy. And it's a chick doing that.
Her quote-unquote reaction. And whatever talking she did was just to express how confused she was, presumably from smoking 42 times.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
42 times!
The complaint continues. Indeed, Kaceytron is often too obliterated to comment on the nuke, and instead stares blankly at her computer screen. In a span of 2 hours and 7 minutes, Kaceytron smokes marijuana, frequently in highly concentrated forms through vaporizers, on 42 separate occasions. At one point, Kaceytron is so wasted that she states, quote, "What is happening? I'm trying to follow, but I've lost the plot." To give you an idea...
That's insane. That's really crazy. So, what do you have in the chat? So the chat is saying, my targeted stopped after 7 years. It moved to because personal, which makes me believe they are hijacked by something. So gang stalkers are hijacked by their own hate. It's hate. It's hate. That's all there is. It's hate for hating. So notice that in the, like, for example, like this guy, notice that one, if he was claiming gang stalking, you know, notice that they literally just hate H3 to hate. They're avoiding him. They're checking out his content, and they're actively discouraging people from giving him views for the hate of it. And notice that hate brought those 3 streamers together because they are hating. There has to be no other reason. It's simply and purely hate. That's what hijacks them. It's hate, it's envy. That's all that you need to know. If you're getting targeted, just know that you have an infestation of haters. That's all you have to know. So we got here. My targeting stopped after 7 years after becoming personal, which made me believe they are hijacked by something. But it's been a lifelong process of discrimination. But it's simply hate. That's all there is to it. It's only and exclusively hate. So we get here. Markima is saying, what's funny is a gang stalker almost got kicked out of a window for making idle threats. That Toto didn't want me to believe he could fly like R. Kelly. That chump was scared to fly. You know, when I was getting targeted, someone got stabbed. Someone was trying to be annoying to me, and I was ignoring him. So my roommate at the time was super annoyed. So then they began arguing among themselves, and one of them got stabbed because another person was trying to annoy me so much, and I was so good at ignoring it that my other roommate got super annoyed, and they got in a fight. They began fighting, and they stabbed each other, which is, it's, to me it worked. You know, because, you know, I have a lot of patience. But, you know, I'm going to sound evil for saying I'm glad he got stabbed. But the thing is that he got stabbed because he was trying to be purposely annoying. And, you know, you know, he set himself up for that. So it's hate. Gang stalking is driven by hate, guys. That's what you have to understand. And people on gang stalkers are going to be like, but you're not that important. You're not that important. You know, you're not that important. Why are there going to be so many people harassing you? You don't need to be important. You just need to be hated. So here, Walk in Silence says, I agree. Malkima says karma. And Walk in Silence is saying, yes, karma always gets them. The lesson is to be learned by everyone. Sync. Yeah, so that's the thing that you have to understand. Is that you don't need to be important. You just need to be hated by people, and these people just need to know each other. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. So if you're getting targeted, you're gonna have gang stalkers tell you, you're not that important. You're not that important. What makes you think that there's gonna be so many people hating you? You don't need to be important. You just need to be hated by a bunch of people. That's it. You just need to pull enough attention to yourself that people conspire to hate you. That's all there needs to happen. That's it, guys. So here we got on the walking sign saying, this one perp shot at me and my kid. Oh my God, I'm so sorry that happened. Twice, and we stopped going there. A year later, he shot himself. See, that's what's gonna happen. These people they let their hate control their actions, and that's what happens when you let hate control your dictate your actions. You simply are not gonna be able to. You're bound to make mistakes. Thank you, Makiba. Hey, so I'm gonna drink some water. I will be right back. Hang on. Hey guys, I'm back. So in the end, yeah, it's all hate, guys. It's all hate. I woke up and I had to make this stream immediately to show you guys. So they said, so walk in silence. They hate us because they ain't us. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna keep watching.
Majority of her commentary comes down to this.
I don't understand this bit that he's doing.
Booking.com has all kinds.
Look, it's crazy how these people are simply just hating on someone to hate him. The guy is simply just doing his job and he's being sabotaged by a bunch of hateful streamers. He is getting gang stalked. That's gang stalking, guys. That's gang stalking. It's literally happening in front of us and we all can see it. So we got here in the chat saying they hate us because they ain't us. It's really sad when your family is involved. It sucks, yeah. But you know the thing is that a lot, like when your family is involved, it's the same thing. It's your family hating on you for probably most of the time the hate is because you're being really successful. That's one of the things that is really interesting. Like if you're really hot, you're gonna get a lot of haters. If you're like perfect, you're gonna have a lot of haters, which is the craziest thing.
Ever imagine?
CPM's coming out of Qatar.
What the hell
you
is
kids
going
love anime,
on?
right?
He's read more books than you could ever imagine.
What is happening? I'm trying to follow. I've lost the plot.
Oh my god! That's crazy. Look! And notice that she's not even adding anything to the content. She's just making it worse. And look at how trashy she looks. Look at how trashy she looks.
They do musicals. They're very musical people. I know. Are you being serious? Dog, what do you... Look! You think I made this?
How embarrassing.
Video, Hassan.
So what do we have here? Yes, what about them taking out life insurance policies on a TI? You know, I don't know about that. I have no idea about that. I really don't know, but it's you know, these people are gonna try to mess with you in any way, shape, or form. And the thing is that whenever you tell anyone about the things that have been done to you, no one believes you because it doesn't make sense to people that are not insane. Only insane people understand what other psychopaths do. So psychopaths understand between themselves. So like for real, like this girl, she's a total psychopath. She's a total psychopath. She is. You have to be a psychopath in order to do anything with malicious intent.
And as dumb as all of that is, this is the part that really got her sued.
A lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein. Without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein.
Huh.
So we're gonna watch it. What the fuck is going on here?
Stating outright that her intention of doing this is so that people who don't want to support me can watch it through her is why copyright infringement laws exist. You could...
That's insane. That's so insane, dude. So literally she's stating it. She got so comfortable literally taking views away from him.
Not and should not do that, especially if your commentary consists of you taking bong loads. At least try to engage with the content. Whoa, what was that? Oh, sorry. That was a flying star. It almost got me. You know?
That's funny.
Oh, we're in your lover, guys. Frogan. Reaction by exiting. Here she is getting up to leave the video.
Oh, Frogan. Oh.
Video running as she steps out of the room. Is that transformative? I guess the judge will decide. She said, quote, "It's time to watch the new Nuke ethically." Hell yeah. Huh. Very smart to say on camera, by the way. She said, quote, "Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me." Well, you are so welcome, and I'm so glad that you were able to enjoy that day. Her commentary is so non-existent that even her own fans begin to call her out.
Don't have anything to say? Dude, because he's cycling the same fucking points over and over again. What more commentary do you need on him repeating the same fucking points for the whole first hour and 1 minute and 32 seconds?
Notice that she got upset. She got really, really upset because someone criticized her. So that's one thing that happens. That's gonna happen when there's a person who has the potential of becoming antagonistic to you. Whenever you criticize them, they're gonna get so filled with rage and so incredibly upset that they're gonna have a little blow up. Notice that she had a little blow up then.
It's been the same shit over and over again. This video could have been condensed into 20 fucking minutes. Like what commentary do you want me to add by like, oh, this guy's a fucking idiot, he's mentally ill, and he's having a mental breakdown and uploaded it to fucking YouTube? Are you gonna make at least one good point? What do you want me to make a point on?
Oh, I forgot. She also said, "Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing. You may use the bathroom."
Like, that is incredibly disrespectful to the content. She's literally just showing the content and the chair.
Bathroom, Frogan. Although I don't advise it.
Can I use the bathroom, please? I'll leave it playing.
This into your stomach. And let me state the obvious. Jew and
2
Apparently
minutes.
thinks Twitch is liable for me interviewing a Yemeni teenager who's only known genocide his entire life.
What happens?
Well, you just pause it. That's it. You just pause the video, right? Like, you get up and you go to the bathroom. You just pause it. They should be watching for you. But if you get up to go to the bathroom and they keep watching my video, they're clearly not watching for you, right?
Yeah.
As lazy and pathetic
That's
as her
lazy.
reaction is, this is not why she's getting sued. This is.
Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everyone's support. And thank you for watching it with me. First time viewer, time to watch the nuke ethically? Hell yeah. I found my way from Reddit. Hi guys, welcome Reddit people. Reddit people, Reddit people. I came from the HP Snark Reddit. Ethan is so pathetic while Hassan is in Japan. I'm bothered having a great time. Exactly.
Oh my god, there's Shizzle talking. Notice that she is literally just Shizzle talking to tens of thousands of people. And I doubt they have ever met. But I don't know. But they're hating by proxy.
We're gonna watch it live, yes. He doesn't want people to know when it's dropping because we're all watching through other streamers. And I suggest you all watch it through other people as well.
It's the stated malicious intent to steal. They talk about watching ethically, but I learned not to steal when I was 5. Up next is Denims. And honestly, just take a look at this, guys. It's a nightmare on Denim Street. Not only did she chair react, but she was kind enough to write her name right at the top just so that we knew that she was stealing my content and it was her room and nobody else's. Judge, did you know that we're on Denim Street right now? Here's some quotes from Denims. We're relying on you to stay live so we don't have to give the nuke views. Yeah, I'm going to stream it.
So again, and these people are explicitly saying this. So that's also one of the reasons that I actually stopped doing work with people one-on-one, because here on YouTube, absolutely every type of interaction is recorded. Everything. And anytime anyone is trying to gang stalk me, you know, it's gonna be recorded and it's gonna be on the platform, and then I can use it as proof or to create more content. So the more that I am gang stalked online, the more content I'm gonna have and the more engagement my content is gonna have. So I literally just have to think my way out of gang stalking, guys, which is insane that I actually have to go to the extreme of deciding to work from my home.
He's confirmed it's coming out today. I'm going to stream it. That is very explicit. Denim said, quote, "Well, guys, if you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, give me a follow, subscribe, throw a prime if you like my content." Your content? The Queen of Self-Own included a countdown timer.
That's crazy. So what is the chat saying? It's saying, what about the TI's taking policies on your taking insurance policies on a TI? Clones are addicted to drama because they are loose gophers. Yeah, absolutely. They totally are.
So we could tell exactly how long she was away. After being gone for a few minutes, she returns and then sits silently for another couple of minutes eating.
I'm gonna go pee, and hopefully, when I'm back, they're done with this.
Oh my god, and she even said it. Hopefully when we're back, we're done with this.
You do look better.
Mr. 305. I see it.
Dude, you should do this.
I have an alternate.
She's not even trying to watch the video. She's just sitting there and she's making money. She's literally making money because of the work that someone else did. Like, if you're making money because of someone, at least don't talk shizzle. You know, and that's how hypocritical these people are. These people are hitting so hard that they're gonna even they're mooching off. These people are, what are those colors? What are those things that are like inside they're leeches. These people are literally leeches.
We're relying on you to stay live so we don't give more views on the nuke. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it. Since he confirmed it's coming out today, we're gonna stream it. If you wanna watch it with someone else who's already watching it, you know, come enjoy the watch party somewhere else. If you enjoyed not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe, throw a prime.
I wonder, did you notice that her voice was crackling? You know what I mean? Like, that's weird. It sounds almost like she had like a little bit of a conscience. Did you hear it? Like, I don't know her, but it just sounds like it. Like, you could hear it in her voice. Listen.
Not giving any views to that terrible video, follow, subscribe.
You know, like she wasn't.
If you like the content, if you enjoyed the
completely
time
sold on
I'm gonna be honest,
hating.
I did not want to watch that by myself.
Let me also commercialize it by asking you to reward me financially for stealing his content. That is like chef kiss. By the way, Denims had a very successful stream. She had 43,000 people watching her live. Take a look at the title of her Twitch stream. Ethan Klein Hassan Content Nuke Watch Party. A watch party? I don't think that's fair use. Now, Denims, of course, always delivering the goods. She went on this dude's podcast to debate fair use. And would you be surprised if I told you she said a lot of incriminating things in that podcast? The queen of self-own never disappoints.
I want to be clear on my opinion on like filler content and stuff. Like I think filler content, like you shouldn't do it. I know I do it as a React stream. And I try to do it only when I do it with like Vox videos or Vice videos and stuff like that. Because at least I'm not like directly ripping from one content creator and not like a whole team and stuff. And most of those videos have like 5 million views. I only get like 500 viewers. I'm taking maybe 50 views from the video. It's a lot harder to feel like, I guess, bad about that. Whereas like I would feel very bad about doing that to like a single content creator. The majority of people say that they literally wouldn't watch Hell's Kitchen unless I was streaming. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm reacting hard enough. You know, I'm sure if you click on a random part in the video, I might not be saying anything, sure, whatever. And I might walk away from the screen. But it's about like the communal thing. It's why like fucking Toast started streaming Death Note. It's
Notice that she's saying it's about the communal thing. So that's one thing that hate does. When a single target is getting harassed, it brings people together. It brings haters together. And there's some type of positive feeling about hating on a single individual. About seeing a person be driven mad because of a group effort. You know, these people actually feel good when they're doing these antics. So we have here, she's boring AF. No substance. Yeah, absolutely. She's just pretty. You know, clones are addicted to drama. Yeah.
not about the actual show at a certain point. It's the same reason you watch shows with your friends. You want to watch it with other people. A lot of people go to watch streamers on Twitch for their React content almost as a curator. So they don't actually want to go through YouTube themselves and watch a bunch of videos, and they probably never will go through YouTube and click a bunch of videos. They like going to Twitch because they like to have it as like, this streamer is curating fun content that I want to watch.
Like, I'm
From
sure
the people that I've talked to, the people who watch Twitch content are specifically there to watch it so they don't have to scroll through YouTube and find a video they like. If someone watches content, I already said this, if someone watches content on someone else's stream, there is a very low likelihood that they're going to go watch it separately and give you like the view or the like, or the people who are watching content on Twitch, curated Twitch content on Twitch, aren't necessarily people that would be watching content on YouTube.
That, my friend, is called theft, and you're a thief. And now I'm
I wonder who edited this video.
This is just a testimony.
The
to
video
how brazen
is so
and
well
how
edited,
safe
it's
they've,
insane.
You know, gotten that she thinks she can go out in public on video and say shit like, I'm stealing this content because I want to. I'm coping even though I know it's stealing. When people watch it with me, they're definitely not going to go watch the original. Like, you are way too comfortable committing crimes out in the open. Well, there you have
Civil
it.
offense.
3 separate lawsuits for 3 separate geniuses. Now, I want to make it clear again, and I hope it's been obvious about why I'm suing these 3 people and not others. These people not only violated all of the principles of fair use,
but they had malicious intent.
They also did it maliciously.
Yeah.
And that's the part that really got me. I think if you're a reactor on Twitch, for the most part, if you make a good faith effort to comment, and if you make a good faith effort to promote the author, to link to them, to try to drive traffic to the original video, I think you're probably pretty much doing the right thing, and that's fine. And I would never sue someone for that. Take it to these 3 absolute morons to state their intention to steal my property on video, you know, and to all the detractors who are saying that
they did it on video, they did it on live, and they stated it. So they are literally taking away from the video. Like the fact that they're there watching the video is making the video watching experience worse because they're adding hate and they're promoting hate. It's awful.
I'm targeting women, that I'm a hypocrite for suing for copyright infringement. I just have this to say. I don't care. What I do hope, though, is that you'll support their crowdfunding efforts to defend themselves. Because let's face it, I want to make sure there's money left over for me when I win my lawsuits. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a great time. I'll see you around.
So this was amazing, guys. Oh my god. But notice that's literally gang stalking. That it's a communal effort.
Has a better chance of getting.
It's actually a communal effort, guys, happening in front of us about gang stalking. You see, that's how possible gang stalking is. Literally, there just has to be enough people to have a negative and impactful effect. Like all of the other videos about this guy, they have so many views, and this guy's is, you know, that video has about 1 million views. About 1 million views. Let me see. Like as you see it here, like it has 1 million views, guys. And that's the thing, is that, oh, let's see. I'm loving the reactions, content thieves, but gang stalking, even though people or gang stalkers themselves are the ones that want to make you believe that gang stalking is impossible, gang stalking is one of the easiest things to believe. What makes gang stalking impossible to believe is the belief in directed energy weapons, not the actual communal effort to destroy someone. And that is what everyone has to see. That's what everyone has to understand. And I'm kind of glad that this happened, because by watching this, you can see that gang stalking has a lot of forms and a lot of shapes. All you have to do, you have to be someone that is hated by enough people for whatever reason. And the thing is that it is not fair. It doesn't even have to be fair. You don't have to be important. You don't have to be someone important in society. You just have to be you. And just have to understand that you are going to have people hate you for being yourself. People are going to hate you for being yourself. And out of whatever reason it is, just understand that you're going to be hated for being yourself. And, you know, call yourself a chosen one, call yourself, I don't know, one of the 144, whatever it is, but you're calling yourself that because you know that there's enough people hating on you for you to believe that you are a chosen one, for you to believe that you are one of the 144 angels. But the fact is that you have an infestation of haters. And that's the truth. You simply have an infestation of haters. And you have to understand that's just how it is. You just have that type of personality where you have a bunch of haters, and the sooner that you understand that you're getting gang stalked because a bunch of people hate you for being you, that is when you're going to be able to sit in your power, and you're going to start taking yourself more seriously. Because the moment that you fall victim to gang stalking is because you lost respect for yourself. You lost respect for knowing who you are, and you allowed these people to actually manipulate you into undermining your own power, into not seeing who you are, into not sitting in your own self. When I was getting targeted, I lost so much respect for myself because I was disrespected so much by so many people. And the moment that I realized that I didn't do anything wrong, that I wasn't some type of the worst person in San Diego, you know, once I realized that gang stalking was happening because of a bunch of haters, only then I was able to sit in my power. If you are a targeted individual, if you are someone who you feel that you're constantly attacked by a bunch of people, just know that these people don't even have to know you. And all of a sudden, the only thing that has to happen is that enough people have to feel envious and hate towards you in order for them to feel righteous enough. And they're just gonna hate on you for being you. That's all you have to know. There's literally all you have to know about gang stalking. You only have to have enough people hating on you for being you. And you know, and if you have so many people hating on you, it's because you're doing something amazing. So do not let SH shizzle talkers to get to you, because they have nothing on you. They're hitting on you because they cannot be you. And you have to understand that. Alright? Anyways, so that's it for this stream, guys. Please don't forget to share, like, subscribe. And if you're getting targeted, if you call yourself chosen one, you know, I personally do not believe that the whole thing with chosen ones is a thing. I don't consider myself a chosen one. I just know who I am, and now, thanks to gang stalking, I actually have boundaries. So you have to transmutate the gang stalking energy into energy that makes you sit in your power and to tell you, you know, I am enough. Because I have all these haters. Use these haters as a sign that you are someone who merits to be hated for being who you are. Okay? Everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. You guys are incredible. I hope that your day goes amazing. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. And just notice that gang stalking is real. Gang stalking is really, really real, and it's here. And the moment that you understand that gang stalking exists, That's the moment that you're going to be able to take care of yourself and stand in your own power. Okay? Thank you guys